right, I'm on hole number 9 of the Monster Marsh tournament. In the weekend round of the rookie division, I'm on the front 9. Finishing off the round. Go to the clubhouse afterwards. Drink, talk about it. Swap lies with the guys. Okay, I'm trying to get out into this area. Now, I've had some problems in this account getting out into this area. My whole goal is to get out into this area so that when the animation turns around and heads you towards the hole, you're right outside of this bush. You're just a little to the left of that view. So just getting out into this area, and I've had some problems where I've ended up in the rough up above and couldn't get on, and I ended up down below and was hoping that if I was down below I could get on, and I couldn't get on down there either. And it's not that hard of a shot to take, and I don't understand what my problem is, because I don't really have to put on any overpower, but I definitely want to take a Viper. I've got all the rest of the stuff that I need. Open up a pin chest. So I'm talking about those extra club cards. And the deal is, I think the solution to that whole problem is right here. Okay, we all know putter. We all know that there's holes in this game that you can't get to with that putter. It's overpowered. It's a max overpower putt. And let's get real. You should be able to reach that. I mean, you may have to, if you're on a big green. I've played golf on some monster greens. The Tom Weiskopf course in Puerto Vallarta has some monster greens, like huge. All right. Max. Side spin. Up in that area right there. You don't need to do anything except for put a little bit of curl on it. And I hit it perfect. Finally. I think that they could add a putter to the game, and you could use those extra club cards that would accumulate to tell you what kind of putter you had available to you. Or you could add stuff onto the putter that you have. That's the deal right there, is that you could add stuff on. You could make it so that your putter had more power. Or you could make it so that it had a smaller ball guide. So you could hit it from distance, a little grate to the left or the right, and it'd go in the hole. As opposed to the farther away you are, the more you have to hit it perfect. And you start getting into overpower. They could use those clubs to upgrade a putter, and they could make it so that it's really high level. You got guys out there that have been playing for a long time. They'd be able to do it, and they'd still have 3/4 or half their cards left. They're not going to be satisfied. So the deal is it's one of those watch out what you wish for. That's Playdemic's dilemma is that they have people that have all these cards up there, and then they have people that are bitching that don't have a lot, and they want something to be done with those extra cards. But if they did it fairly, couple backspin, I'm going towards it. I am 4-2, 1 point. That's 3-8. It's 4-2. I'm gonna add a little bit on. Have to short shoot it just a little. Hit it great to the left. Just a bit outside. Just a bit outside. On the par 4s in this particular course, you can compete, but the par 5s, if you've got better ball guide, you've got a better opportunity of making the Albi than you do with some lower developed stuff. It's not that you can't get it done with the lower developed stuff, but it is a little bit harder to set up because you don't have that ball guide depending on how you're coming in. Trying to do backspin, you don't have quite enough of the stuff. If you're trying to do a run up like that, you don't have quite enough of the stuff. Even though I put myself in the perfect spot. With a sniper, that would have been an awesome hole. So we were talking about the extra club cards. I think the putter is the place to put that stuff, but you have to expect that to have a maxed out putter, it's going to take you a long time because the people that are up there at the top are going to have really kick-ass putters right from the get-go because they have those club cards. So that's going to give them a little bit of an advantage. And I'm okay with that. I mean, they will have an advantage on me, but there's a lot of people that I'm going to have an advantage on. So it just depends on when you enter the game. That's the deal. But that doesn't give you like a game breaker advantage. It just gives you it's kind of like going from a firefly to a rapier. Once you get a rapier that's higher developed, that is a huge change in game. Because when you're lower level, you don't have that ball guide and that finesse to make a lot of those right off the green shots. But when you get better clubs, now all of a sudden that becomes a much more viable recovery. So you can recover from one of those putts. Because I've been on a par 5 where I was on and won, and I was so far away I couldn't. This is not the eagle. All right, whole goal was to shoot a -30 and try and pick one up on all those other holes, and that's exactly what I did on the front 9. So I met my goal on the front 9 of just trying to shoot the nice clean round. I mean, I've got lower developed stuff, but if I play my stuff smart and I bring the right clubs, and since I have such limited clubs, I did find on one of the holes, which one was it? Hole number 5. Then I'm definitely going to change out clubs. Hole number 5. Yeah. That's hole number 6. Then on hole number 6, I'm going to bring a runner instead of a kingfisher. 6. Because when I get down here where my red line is, the kingfisher's not. I don't have enough power to push the red line forward so that I have enough room to actually use my short iron. Because I don't have any topspin with it, so it puts me so far back that the only way I could bring it around into the hole is with topspin. I don't have any topspin, so I've got to either short shoot and end up in the long iron, which brings problems because then you may get caught up too far back and get caught up versus just trying to get out there where I'm at and just bring in a different wedge or short iron. Short iron's more accurate. Even if within its group of short irons it's less accurate, it's still a more accurate club versus anything else. All right. So I finished up right where I wanted, but I didn't pick one up. So I got to work a little harder on the back 9 to try and pick one up. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.